page. It will be.
Hey!
Hi!
All right, everybody!
Remember us?
Yay! We're back. I'm back. Welcome, everybody, to the Goddess Heart2Heart. And I'm back, you know? Just had to take a little bit of a break. That's okay.
That's okay.
And now we're coming back full swing with a whole bunch of videos of conversations and topics and advice and everything that is in your heart, that is in my heart, and that we're sharing with one another. So today, because I have a very special guest, someone that you might know, someone that I absolutely love and adore, Lisa Lopes of Nine of Water.
Welcome.
And the reason why we kind of wanted to kick off today as like kind of the beginning of doing these videos again and being out with you women again and men and hanging out is because right now we're in the middle of this huge full moon.
And not only just a full moon, there's lots of other stuff happening, but it has been a shitstorm for all of us.
So I needed her to
Many of
come and tell us about it.
Giving you a little bit of permission to say, yeah, we can, you know, we all have been struggling and no one is left unscathed.
Yeah.
Right? So if we touch on
what's been going on? Yeah, so what's been going on, Lisa? Tell everybody.
We'll have to backtrack a little bit to the summer, you know, in all fairness.
Okay.
It was actually a year ago, March. If we kind of like go back to where we were last Easter. Easter is all about, you know, rising and just sprouting an extra skip in our step. So we initially were kind of clobbered with some of the illumination from planetary alignments at that point.
Last year. So
last year of March.
Before all those retrogrades happened.
Before all those retrogrades. And then at that point, something would have been opened. Your Pandora box would have been starting to like open up, which, you know, it's slow and steady. You know, I come from the philosophy of turtle in the hair, that turtle always wins, and it is really slow and steady. But we were slowly opening up what needed to go, right? So any sort of relationship
that was a year ago.
That was a year ago. So then the summertime, we had all those eclipses, the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse. We were basically sandwiched in between eclipses through the month of July. Yeah. So the month of July, we could not maintain our bearings.
Yeah, so essentially what Lisa's doing right now is if 2018 was a shitstorm for you, right, this is why.
Yeah.
Right? In all aspects of your life.
In all aspects, whether it was a relationship or career, bankrupting your business or a lawsuit, nothing, everything was coming up to the surface so you can say, what is it that I really want? So in July, with all those eclipses, basically we're not going to get into the full synopsis of it, but what happens is during an eclipse, whether or not it's a lunar or solar, we are in darkness for literally like this for however long that eclipse lasts. Right? So if you think, you know, when you're in the dark and somebody turns on the lights really quick, you're like, what? You know where your steps are, you know where the light switch is, but you can't find the light switch. Yeah. That's essentially what happens during an eclipse. Okay. I put too much bronzer on my shiny forehead. No, you look good. I think I can see it. No, anyway, so that's essentially what was happening during the summer. So any sort of feelings of self-doubt, anything that needed to be mulled over, any belief patterns or illusions that we've been holding on to, were coming up to the surface in July.
Summer of 2018.
In the summer of 2018. Okay. So then we had a little bit of a reprieve, so we were able to like put our oxygen masks on. We were able to ask ourselves, how is it that we want to feel? What is it that we want to do? And at that point, if you didn't follow the inclination of finding your true north, then you were clobbered again starting in November. And what happened there was literally for the month of November, December, January, February.
So up until this year.
And March, right now. The last 5 months, every full moon has been at 0 degrees. And what that means from a place of astrology is everything starts at 0. So it literally has started at a brand new spot. So depending on where the moon was related, it was everything has, like the moon illuminates our emotions, our subconscious. Right?
Goddess right here.
Right, yeah. So depending on where your moon is and what's happening in the skies, we were literally hitting reset every month.
Okay.
once. So if you thought you were going
One way.
you're no longer going that way. You're going in the opposite direction. If you thought you were launching an online business, you were actually now going to a physical brick and mortar.
Yeah.
If you were going to be a teacher, you're now no longer the teacher, but you're going to be a nurse. Like it was literally, if you were, you've been married for 20 years, all of a sudden the marriage is randomly over.
Yeah.
Right? So it literally is, and all of it was happening for our highest good.
Yeah, so a lot of this and that's what I want everybody to remember, right? So as Lisa's explaining all of this, right? It's like, oh, that's why literally everything has been a shitstorm. This is why we've switched jobs. This is why friendships have ended, why relationships have ended, why Lisa and I have been busy with our own clients.
So what happens is God, our divine, or whoever that is that you're aligning yourself with, is coming in and literally magically, we'll say magically, inspirationally, however you want to say, lifting you out of something that is no longer serving whatever that is that's in your highest good, right? So if it's not for love, if it's not unconditional love, it no longer exists. Or it could essentially no longer exist until you can shift it to feel love again.
Yeah.
So there's always, we talked about this duality. This has been a theme, right? It's safe to shine. It's safe to be seen.
Totally.
No more self-doubt. But, I've talked about in my own posts, in my own videos, in my clients and stuff, we're in the circle. There's two circles, right? We're going up, then we're going down, right?
Yeah.
We're a circle of love. We're in the circle of fear. The circle of fear can be our doubt, our worry, our, self-abandonment, shame,
guilt, abandonment,
distrust,
isolation,
all of that.
loneliness.
And a circle of love is pride, is trust, is safety, is power, it's passion, it's ease, it's grace, it's all of that grace. So
all of our favorite words.
And we have to have both of those. We have to go from love to fear, but the trick is how long are we staying in chaos?
In the chaos. So if
How
everything
long
has been chaos,
we have to bring ourselves back to peace. And how we do that is through ultimately through joy and gratitude. But if it's some compassion for you right now, choose compassion and bring yourself back.
yeah. Because let's be honest, everyone that you've been talking to in the past 12 months has been continuously saying how much of a shitstorm it is. How much their lives have literally been like just dissolved or moved or shaken up in a bunch of crazy ways, right? A lot of people have passed on from this life. A lot of people have switched jobs. A lot of people are doing it. So everyone is feeling this. So whether you believe in this or not, you have to admit that everyone has been feeling some sort of something. And it's bringing some of us to this kind of scary place where it is chaos.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, of course, because it's uncomfortable. But change is actually the only thing that's for sure. Right? Because we have to evolve, and we're peeling back those layers, and the onion is sweet at the center. And essentially, we have to peel back those onions. So if we talk about this full moon and why this one's so big, it's because in March, Libra, which is all about balance, right? It was at the 0 degrees. So it was at the start of its course. And right now, today, we're actually in a Scorpio. We're no longer in the full, we're kind of on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio.
It's a
so
thing.
right now we're at the 29th degree. So it's almost circling back to that closure. So full moons are all about, harvesting and celebration and releasing. But what's really cool from a place of astrology is what we've been wrapping up what we started in March, because we're at a 0 degree.
March of last year.
No, March of
This
last year. Yeah, because it's this last year, March.
Yeah.
Sorry, last month.
Yeah.
March, the full moon in March. Okay.
Sorry. Last month.
Last month.
Not last year.
We started at 0 degree.
Nice.
This month, this full moon is at the 29th degree.
Okay.
So transition goes between 0 and 29 degrees.
Okay.
We're literally at the last degree of Libra. So now we're bringing balance back in again. And that's why it's so pivotal, because we've had 2 full moons back to back in Libra. And that's why this one is that much more grandiose.
And this one is a full moon in Libra?
Yes.
And this is a full moon in Libra. So what was the Scorpio thing?
So the Scorpio is because it was Libra 29 degrees, so it's at the end of Libra, So now it hit at 9 or 7:12 today, this morning.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of getting waning,
Out of the
right?
full, yeah.
It's into Scorpio.
Is that why I've been feeling so horny today?
Yeah, totally.
Jesus.
Plus, yes. Yes, I
And
actually have that in my notes.
So I need to say this
I
because
need to say this. Hold on, I have that written down somewhere.
we all know I'm a sexologist, I'm a psychotherapist, I'm the everyday goddess, right? But one of the things that I notice, especially right now, is that my body is like, you can't get enough pleasure. And then as Lisa's saying this, as she's saying we're moving into Scorpio, and some of my favorite lovers, some of my favorite people have all been Scorpios. And that to me, like, that is why my body is feeling this like activation all of a sudden, right? Because Scorpio and the sign of Scorpio is very sexy and sensual and delicious.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it right back.
Okay, so she's gonna bring it back.
I'm gonna bring it back. So for this last 5 months, we've hit reset.
Okay.
And now we're at the accumulation, we're at the ending of our uniqueness. So yes, in your case, it's all about that self-pleasure.
Yeah.
It's all about self-compassion, it's all about self-love. And the battle that we struggle with ourselves is that that's not the norm, right? But it has to be the new norm, right?
Has to be.
It has to be. And so you want to ask yourself during this full moon is, how are you unique?
That's a good question. How are you unique?
Yeah.
Think about that. For a second, friends.
And since we've been in Libra for 2 months, like the 2 full moons in Libra, is all about the judgments to ourselves. And I talked about mirroring. People love me when I say this, and others just don't love it because you have to look inward. So literally, it's all about how are we judging and how are we belittling and how are we doubting ourselves. Right?
I love that.
Fuck, so good.
I love it. So good. It's
Right?
So
So it's time to release all of it. It doesn't exist. It's illusions. So when we talk about our subconscious mind, right? You can talk about the different levels of consciousness. And if you want to hear a little bit about that, just kind of give us a like if you do decide that you want to hear about a little bit about that. But okay, that's lots of likes. Okay, we got it. So we are in our subconscious mind a lot, 95% of the time.
All the time. Carl Young, you're my
I'm guilty.
favorite.
Yes, guilty of it. 100%. We have to be love or fear, right? Worry or doubt. So what's really neat is that whatever those belief patterns that we have within ourselves, we've planted that seed. And
Totally.
the only way to remove that seed is break up that illusion. So the judgment that we're holding towards that seed, it's only ourselves that can control that. Nobody else can. So if the mirror is showing you self-doubt, lack of acknowledgement, betrayal, how are you betraying yourself? How are you not acknowledging yourself?
Yeah, so that's like a good way to say it. Like if the people around you or your relationships, I love your feet. If the people around you and your relationships are starting to become a little bit more difficult or a little bit more irritating, or you're feeling a little bit more judged, right? Or you're feeling left behind or something, right? Part of it, is sometimes people are just assholes.
And
Sometimes people, but however,
they don't exist, right? Sometimes we're the assholes.
Well, that's what I was going to say
right?
next.
So we need to be a hermit.
We need to not be taking things so seriously and so personally.
Yes.
Right? And that's what I was going to say, right? Is that sometimes people are assholes, but it's because we are seeing people as being that way because it is reflecting, it is the mirror to us that is what is going on. That is what is going on, like the internal turmoil. So I've been talking a lot with my people, my patients about feelings of loneliness, feelings of abandonment, of ownership, what that means, and how people are doing that in their partnerships, right? Like if you're in a relationship where your partner can't go anywhere without you, and I know some of you are out there, because right? What is that? That ownership that you're attaching to is so unhealthy, right?
Yes, and part of that is why we've been conditioned to believe that is the normal.
Exactly.
Relationships are not hard.
No.
Right? They're not hard. And anytime you're having an inner struggle, again, it's that inner struggle for your own self. If you're seeking that love, or love has no desires, no needs, no no wants, right? But why that is because I don't know if I told you part of this, but it's great that you said that, because we have a really, not only is these moons and these last 5 months been super pivotal for going inward, Pluto is a planet of the underworld.
Pluto.
Okay? So it's basically the god of the underworld. So it's all about powerful transformation and change. What's happening is that Pluto and Saturn are being highlighted in the sky from now until early 2020. And what that means is Saturn is all about social order. So for the last 34 years, like it's basically been this way for about 33 years, and I love 33, so I'm gonna say it's been about 32, 34. But we'll just stick to 33 because it's me.
It's my favorite number.
Basically, we've been conditioned to do that. If you loved me, you would stop smoking. If you loved me, you would
do all these things. If you loved me,
right?
You would make sure you call me at every second of every day. If you loved me, you wouldn't leave me behind.
Or
if
you wouldn't go out with your friends on Wednesdays.
You wouldn't go out with your friends. You would stay home with me. You would,
So what's happening is we have to look at how relationships have evolved. And instead of having that need or that desire to be coddled, we can embrace each other to essentially evolve together.
Exactly.
Right?
Because now is the age of the sacred relationship.
100%.
Right? If your relationship is not sacred, if it is not true, if it's not in love, it won't last.
Yes.
It just won't.
So if you have an agenda and you are like, love to write stuff down, I want you to put a reminder for the beginning of 2020. Oh my God, 2020. I'm going to put a reminder for January. Put a reminder for December of 2019 to look at how from this point, because this moon today of April 19th is going to be highlighting the rest of your 2020. So those that you desire, what you are like your heart's deepest messages, right now it's going to come to its fruition in like the beginning of 2020.
So it's a good thing I wasn't crazy today.
A very good thing you weren't crazy today.
Yay!
So you want to ask yourself too, how have your relationships evolved, right? What is the polarity as far as what relationships have you let go of, whether or not that's a friendship or a partnership or a romantic relationship. For me, like I'm super vocal with Marco. I have a great partner, super communicative. We evolved, super cute, he's delicious, all that great stuff. But sometimes, right? But he's showing me where I need to be a little bit more peaceful, whether or not, however that is. So it's like, how far have our relationship evolved, right?
Totally.
And
well, you two have been married for how long?
12 years.
12 years.
And it's still so good. Right? But again, it's not, it's got its hardships, of course, but they're not really hard.
No.
Because we can take some time and honor where I'm delusional, and when he can look at where he's delusional and sit with it a little bit longer and dissect it.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that.
So,
okay.
yeah. So we base ourselves on our inner judgments. And that's all that exists, right? So
it's good for you guys to know that, right? I want you to say that again. We base ourselves
on our inner judgments.
Aha.
Right? So again, if we look at Carl Jung, mirroring, projecting, if someone says, hey, don't go to see that girl in the sunroom because she's crazy, you want to look at where that individual is kind of coming from. And then, are they evolved? Are they anxiety? Are they in denial? Are they in doubt? Because I'm a catalyst. I'm going to just going to tell you, no filter. No, totally. Right? So you want to kind of honor who's around you, who's happy. Yeah. Who's happy that's kind of like navigating helping you navigate your ship.
And how are you choosing to react or to respond, right? And I talk a lot about this on my stuff, right? We have a choice. We have a choice whether we react, right? Which, like, lovely people like me, a little bit like this one too, we're fiery, we get that passion in us, we believe what we want to believe, and we do what we want to do, and then sometimes that blinds us to what is being given to us, or the gifts that are coming at us, or the gratitude that we need to practice, or even just the awarenesses that we need to come to light for us, right? And that can blind us when we are quick to react versus understanding how to respond. So when people are throwing shit at you, literally, right? Well, not literally. I hope people aren't literally throwing shit at you.
Maybe.
But when things are coming at you, how are you choosing to respond? And when you are responding, are you looking at that inner judgment? Is it that inner judgment inside of you that is causing a little bit of internal chaos, which is why we're externally seeking validation, externally asking for people to help us, externally asking for people to tell us if this is right, if this is wrong, if it is, if it isn't, right?
It's time. So the last 5 months, literally, again, since November, has actually allowed us to kind of go inward on different, every month there was something different to look at within. Right? So again, that's kind of where you want to go inward and go, if it's being projected, you recreate a reality. So if it's, if we're seeing chaos, where's there chaos within? Right? If I'm being abandoned, where have I abandoned myself? Right? So we're all projecting our stuff, but again, all that matters is how you're being triggered, and owning that as a feeling or as an adjective. Put an adjective to it, and then once you have that adjective, you can essentially bring yourself from worry over to hope.
Totally.
So another really good thing is I wanted to chat about I just put Mercury retrograde because I know that that's such a foul word for some people.
Yeah, people read
but it's
about
actually really great. Because
like
Mercury is and why you would like retrograde again, because there's a little bit of that fire, and Mercury retrograde is giving you permission to slow down. It's inspiring you to, read every word on that contract. It's reminding you to back up your computers. It's reminding you, don't just book that trip yet on an impulse. Just take some time to go inward, and that's what Mercury retrograde does. It's anything that's if you think about we think about recreate, reorganize.
Reimagine, all of things,
right? Reuse, right? Like these awesome, she spray painted these milk cartons. They look so good. So it's that sort of thing, right? So Mercury retrograde reminds us to do that. People don't love it because we just want to be robots and go, 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 go. But then when we go, we're kind of being plastered to slow itself down, and that's what Mercury.
And this retrograde, especially for me, I don't know for some of you as well, but for me, this retrograde really reminded me that everything that I have is what I need.
Yes.
Right? And that's what this retrograde was about for me, right? That everything I have is everything that I already need. Whether that was stuff moving into this new space, into the new goddess headquarters, and being here, and not having to buy a lot of new stuff, and just reimagining, refiguring out, reconfiguring, right? And also with the relationship with myself and with other people, and understanding what is that seeking a validation for, right? So don't be afraid of the retrogrades.
Totally.
They teach you stuff.
So good. So another thing too I want to chat about is the sun is exalted in Aries. So now Aries also, which is movement and fire, right? We're going into Taurus, which is all about me, Taurus. So exalted, if you think about that, it's also what does exalted mean, right?
Exalted, to be lifted, to be brought up, to be put on that pedestal.
Yes, but it's also to be stopped.
Exalted?
Yeah. What's exalted mean?
No. Someone Google exalted for us. That's okay, but
anyways,
you continue.
This is a time, because this moon is essentially part of that. We want to celebrate and we can't celebrate. Right?
That's what this is happening right now.
Yeah, this is what this is happening right now. So right now, so if it's being lifted up, right? We essentially want to be lifted up, but there's something in our baggage that's not allowing us to be lifted up. So whatever is stopping you from moving yourself forward or rising or essentially coming to that halt, don't let yourself stop yourself from celebrating. Right? Don't let yourself stop from moving yourself forward into Taurus, which is all about me.
I love that.
Right? And that's going to be why part of that sexuality, this morning, we had this little chat. I was like, it's Lucky Love Day at the Lopes household. But no, I talked to him like that. But that's kind of essentially what happens. It's time to celebrate, right? And time to release. So something needs to happen. So, people talk about burning bridges, and sometimes, we don't want to burn bridges, but sometimes we want to burn bridges. Sometimes it has to take place.
Sometimes you don't want those people back.
Right? Because it's causing, and if we, what's causing you more work? right? If something's
Being there or not.
yes, right? If something's causing you more work, you want to shift it so that it feels pleasurable, it feels enjoyable, like your heart's singing, you feel compassionate, and you essentially want to grow.
I love it.
Yeah.
So it's okay to burn some bridges right now, but with
Yeah.
love. Like, I mean, don't tear the whole fucking house down.
No, of course
Like,
not.
you know what I mean? Like, don't like tear the whole town down. You don't need to do that. We don't need to be assholes to everybody on purpose. Like this, we don't need to choose those things, right? But you can choose to shift, to transform, and to remove yourself from people, situations, behaviors, patterns,
Yeah,
and things.
And if you're watching the news, for example, right? That doesn't feel good.
No,
Don't watch it.
don't watch it.
Go inward,
I can't do it.
right? So because again, there isn't a lot, and a lot of it is again filtered, right? So we're just kind of seeing a lot of the yucky stuff. So
So something doesn't feel good, don't do it.
No,
It's either
shift
a
it.
fuck yes or a hell no.
yes,
So I live my
you're in
life.
chaos or you're in peace. You want to stay in worry? Beautiful, stay in worry, but choose hope.
Yeah.
Right? Choose hope. So this moon's all about essentially choosing peace for yourself. And, you know, if you're feeling a little bit more emotional, don't feel too emotional about it, right? Just kind of go inward and take that extra time to fill up that cup. So we chatted about a little bit of rituals and what you can do. This moon in Libra, this full moon in Libra, kind of going into Scorpio, if something feels good for you, do it 3 times. Do it 3 times. Do it twice, right? Don't over exaggerate it for self-pleasure, for self-compassion for yourself. So if you're going to put that oxygen mask on you, keep it on for that much longer and don't feel guilty about having it on your face.
Don't be afraid to self-care, to self-pleasure, to self-love, right? Don't be afraid to do those things. I think I've taken like 3 baths this week because I need to. I feel it,
And
right?
you can.
I feel this like emotional rush. I've been like self-caring heart. I've been nesting. I've been like tearing things apart. I've been finding old stories. I've been doing all of this stuff. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. So if it's feeling good, do it right now, essentially.
Yep.
Because you need it. And there's a reason why you're called to be doing it so much more right now.
So I know people love affirmations, right?
Yeah.
So a few affirmations for, I'm kind of going to go through a little bit of the fire signs, water signs,
Love it.
that kind of thing. And then I also want to touch on a little bit of Jupiter retrograde because Jupiter
Okay.
represents opportunities. So lots of things coming up to the surface to be seen and to be grabbed onto and ran with, right? So if you're looking for a new place and a beautiful opportunity arises, don't second guess it, especially if your heart's clear, jump into it, right? So it's all about essentially feeling balanced, feeling supported, and loved. You are loved. You are supported. If you don't have the support, ask your divine mother to come through and bring that support in.
Absolutely.
And that's what's most important about this moon right now.
All right, so let's get to
All right.
affirmations.
Okay, you have anything else you want to cover?
No, that's great so far. We're just rocking it.
Do we have any questions?
No,
I can't
just
see.
people saying hi. I got
Okay.
it. You do your thing.
Okay, you hold that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go. I did it through fire, air. So it's not gonna be like.
Yeah, so we're gonna do all the fire signs first. So
Yeah.
one of the things that Lisa was talking to me about is like, what is a great takeaway for people to do like with this video? And she was like, well, what if I did an affirmation? I said, that's great, because one of the things that my goddesses, if you're watching, and people who follow me know that every Monday I put out an affirmation, right? A weekly affirmation for us to affirm the life that we are choosing to live, right? That's what the affirmation is about. It's about affirming a feeling, a move, a shift, a change, a love that we need. So Lisa decided to give us all a gift, and she's now gonna go through all of the different signs with an affirmation for you. So we're gonna start with fire signs.
Fire. So Aries.
Aries.
You want to be mindful of what you need. So you're gonna have to complete this because I don't know what you need. I do know it's love and I do know it's hope and all that kind of stuff. But it's I can do anything with. I can do anything with. So if you can, just take a nice deep breath for yourself and just kind of connect and ask your heart, what is it that I could do with?
Great.
Right?
Leo.
So Leo, Okay, Leo, you want to collaborate, right? So it's really cool because fire signs is all about movement.
Yep.
It's all about movement right now. So let's hold hands and do it together. So Leos, who can you hold hands with? And essentially, we're lone wolves, right? But wolves travel sometimes in packs and they go alone. So who can you hold hands with and essentially do it together? So Sagittarius, it literally is collaboration. Who can you collaborate with? Sagittarius is all about essentially collaborating with someone. If it's heart-centered, if it's for a business idea, is it for something personal? Essentially, who can you collaborate with? And that's essentially that's what your focus is.
All right.
Okay.
And that was our fire signs. Now we're on to earth signs.
Now we're on to earth signs. So Taurus, hold up a mirror and talk to it. Literally, hold up a mirror and talk to it. What intensity comes up for you? It was really cool because I talked about this. I did a podcast earlier this week, and I saw duality within myself, within two individuals, and I kind of rose above, and I saw myself in these two. It was really wild.
Cool.
You could see that. And then I got confirmation about essentially what I saw. And when I got it, I was super mindful of where I was, how I was feeling, and I literally said thank you for about 15 minutes. Have you ever done that?
Mm-hmm. To myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I was like, thank you. And all these different emotions kind of rushed through. And it was literally like, I was giggling. I was crying. I came home and I was on the way to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Mark was like, have you been crying in the grocery store? I was like, yeah. Look what I just learned about myself, right? We have to celebrate this. So for Tauruses, hold up a mirror and talk to it. And just allow whatever needs to come up for yourself. I guess it's not really an affirmation. It's just more of like a little bit of a project to you. But what intensity comes up for you?
I love that. And then call me if you need to talk about it.
Yeah, me too. We'll put our links below.
Yeah.
So Virgo, it's all about heart-based creativity.
Ooh.
Right? So really heart-centered.
Virgos aren't really creative,
that's
man.
the thing, right? Out of the comfort zone.
Woo.
Get out of your box, right? So the perfectionists.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry.
Control freaks.
Sorry, Virgos. I love you. I just dated a couple.
Listen, we attract who we are. We attract, undo that. Undo that. Cancel clear, delete. Dab, Unipin. Cancel clear. Delete. So Capricorn, it's all about TLC. Literally. What brings you peace? Capricorn, an affirmation, turn it in. I am peaceful. When? Complete it. Yeah. So honing in over the next month, that's your focus, is peace.
I love that.
So air.
Air
Gemini.
signs.
So, Geminis, we love Geminis too.
Yeah.
But Gemini, it's time to free that, it's time to go independent, right? So codependency, no more. There's a really great book, if you are a little bit more codependent. Codependent No More by Melody Beattie. Have you read it?
No, I haven't read it yet.
So good. So it's time to be fierce, and it's time to have no apology and move yourself forward.
Yeah,
right?
Geminis.
So good. And I met with a Gemini today, and now that I think of that, I should have read that to her because I would have blown her socks off, but I think she's listening. I can't see.
It's okay.
That far. Okay, Libra. This is so cool because I was thinking about Libras and where they are, and I'm a Libra.
My favorite people are Libras, by the way. You're a Libra, my sister's a Libra, my mother's a Libra, my nephew's a Libra. So many people in my life are Libras.
Your theme song is Eye of the Tiger by Rocky. Like, you can do anything. It's time to do it. Your theme song, play it. Blare it today.
Jump in, jump in.
Put some, jogging pants on like that. So that's Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say it.
Eye of the Tiger.
It comes out my ass. Okay. I actually can't say it. Actually comes out the wrong end. Okay. Aquarius. Shine in your own spotlight. Like, you are safe. Actually, this has been a really big theme. I don't know about you and your practice with your clients, but it's safe to be seen. Right? It's safe to shine. Right? And Aquarius more so for you this time. So actually, all air signs, do it.
Yeah.
No apology.
Go for it.
No apology necessary.
Go for it. I gotta call my sister after this.
Okay, so
water signs. That's
water
me.
signs.
I'm a
You're
fire
emotional,
water,
right? Well, you're Cancer. What's your ascendant?
Me? I'm a crab Leo because I'm on the cusp, but then I'm
You're
also
not a
a
crab Leo,
crab.
like you're a Leo.
I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo crab Sag.
So what's your Sag?
My
Sagittarius?
sun.
What's your rising?
Crab.
Your rising's
Yeah.
a crab. Your ascendant is a crab.
So I'm born July.
Yeah.
So you always say I'm a Leo. So I'm a Leo, crab Leo,
Yeah.
with moon rising crab, or whatever the second one is, and then the third one is Sagittarius.
We're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Talk
you're-
about it after. Anyways,
Sorry,
coming back to crabs.
Undo. Okay, so water signs.
I like to say crab, by the way. I say
Cancer.
crab over Cancer because I don't ever want to say I am Cancer. It just isn't. I don't want to bring that into my life. So cancel, please
Yes,
delete
but
that.
Cancer is anger.
Oh. When you get that? Oh, okay. We're gonna have to do a whole
We'll-
Louise Hay episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll or book a, hashtag book a session
Yeah.
in the sunroom. Okay,
So-
Cancer, taking charge. You got this.
Ooh.
Order the Tesla, Marco. Take charge on what it is that you want to do, right? So you've got this. So on yourself, it's a cusp. What was Leo? Leo, let's hold hands together and do it.
So do we wonder why we're doing a video today?
Yeah.
With one of my favorite people.
So-
Can we just talk about that?
Okay.
Anyways.
So Scorpio. I didn't know she was going to talk about Scorpio and sex, but Scorpio, self pleasure. I want you to have you can talk on this part,
Yeah.
but self pleasure 10 times.
sorry.
The most amazing orgasm that you can give yourself. Do it
I love it.
over and over and
Go
over
Scorpio.
again.
You call me.
So good.
Pisces.
Pisces. My moon's a Pisces. I've talked about this.
Nice.
So emotionally, I'm a bit of a shitstorm. Like I can't make decisions, and so your values and your beliefs stand up for yourself and rise. If I was going to give you an adjective or just one word to focus on, it's emergence.
I love that. That's
Emerge,
a good word.
emerge,
Emerge.
it's rise.
Emerge. So my friends, that's what's going on in the moon. That's what's been going on in the past year. We just wanted to do a little bit of a refresher for everybody.
Yeah.
Just get everyone back, heart to heart. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, where can people find you?
So 256 Central Ave in the Sunroom of Rebirth Wellness.
In London, Ontario.
In London, Ontario, physically in the boutique, or on Instagram at 9_of_water, or Facebook.
And you're tagged here. Yeah,
Yeah,
your
I'm
Facebook
tagged
page
here.
is tagged here.
And
And what kind of work do you offer people so that they know?
So I do a little bit of just spirit guided love.
Yeah.
Right? Catalyst. So Reiki master.
Yeah.
I do sound healing with crystal tone alchemy bowls. So shifting that frequency and that, if there's a dis-ease, we're out of alignment, bringing that back into alignment. Western astrology. I don't do Vedic. I do Western astrology.
So you do individual sessions. She does
Yeah.
workshops. She does events.
Yeah, we've got a really.
She does all kinds of great stuff.
we've got a really great event coming up on May 11th. It's actually half full, but we're doing Kundalini, sound, and a rose ritual. I'm super pumped about it. I was like super throbbing when we were planning it, so it's really exciting. So yeah.
Okay.
What else am I missing?
So they'll find it. They'll look it up. So guys, connect with Lisa if you want to. You know me. I'm Carlen Costa, the everyday goddess, sexologist, and psychotherapist. Thank you for joining me. Heart to heart. I love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.